Hiss on the Big Red Radio, 98 KUPD. I have Phil Anselmo of Pantera. Today we're talking about the 20th anniversary of Vulgar Display of Power. Phil, I have read so many completely conflicting things about you. You know, it's like it's tough to get a feel for who Phil Anselmo is, because we've heard that you're a good guy who, you know, wants to get along, to go along, wants Pantera back, as you just said. But we also hear that Phil Anselmo is just, you know, a drug-abusing, racist a-hole who can't wait to be cruel to people. So, you know, I feel like Pantera as a band, you know, particularly you and Vinny, have really gotten a bad treatment by the metal press, because they make you out to be a monster. They make him out to be a saint. And, you know, why do you think that the metal press, who loved Pantera as much as I did, why do you feel like they had such a hard-on for your band and for you?
Well, like I say, the media does what the media does, and if you get a writer out there who gets a hard-on for you or whatnot because he gets extra hits on his little website or whatever just by... You know, it kind of reminds me of like Mike Florio from ProFootballTalk.com. He is the king of writing the wind-up article to where there'll be some basis of fact that can be taken out of context. He'll grab one little line out of a sentence that a player will say, and he'll post it as a headline.
Right.
Kind of the same thing has happened to me 1,000 different times, where
Right.
they'll take something I'd say way out of context and blow it up. And I guess, you know, if the hot ticket is that I'm an asshole or the biggest dick in the world you'll ever meet, then fine, you know, go ahead and write about it. Doesn't ain't going to change my day, you know, and my life keeps rolling, Jack. But point is, I think it's more puff, because really, I get along with everybody I meet. I would say a great percentage of the time, 90-something.9% of the friggin' time. So it's like, if I'm an asshole or whatnot, just have the balls to come up and at least tell me, hey man, you're an asshole. But I'd like to know what, you know. Okay, which Phil Anselmo are you talking about here? Because you know it, I know it, we all know it. We're going to grow up. I'm not 24. I'm not 34. I'm friggin' 44 years old. It's like, man, are you talking about something I said when I was 20-something years old, or something I may have done when I was... So, you know, we're not the same people that we were when we were younger men or whatnot, you know, to a certain degree. But at the same time, you know, you keep your values. I'm no different as far as what I love in life. You know, I still love boxing. I still love horror films. I'm still that guy. I still love underground music, and I will exhort these undergrounders to come on out and keep playing. You know, that's my thing. And you know, people see what they want to see, man. You know, put it this way: I can remember reading comments about how I was. Whatever, I'm such a dick. And really the only reason why this person was writing these comments is because they're into goth imaged music, Misfits, Danzig, stuff like that. And little do they know, me and Glenn Danzig are good fucking friends. You know, it's like, man, you don't, you know, it's just people, and it's the nature of the beast. And like David Lee Roth said 30-something years ago, once your head gets tall enough to stick over the fence, that's when people are going to start humming coconuts at it. And, you know, and that's just the nature of the goddamn beast.
So I got a question for you, not related to a-holes and their blogs. Who's going to win in a Mayweather-Pacquiao fight?
Mayweather all day, but...
Mayweather all day?
Easy.
Wow.
Easy.
Wow.
And that's it. That's the thing, man. Boxing purist, yes I am. It just, Floyd is a rare talent who's probably at the tail end of a pretty good career. He could have done more, you know, as far as challenging himself. He is a genius businessman. Is he a good person? Not from what I can see. From what what he shows himself on the HBO build-ups and whatnot, all that crap, comes off like a piece of shit. But then again, I don't know the guy. He might be as nice as heck. It's like I don't know him. All I know is he's a great businessman. He has been dragging this thing out. The build-up to the whole Pacquiao-Mayweather thing is probably a lot more exciting than the actual fight would ever be if it ever comes off. I just think that Mayweather has the style it takes to make the fight a little slower, to slow the, I put it this way, after the third, fourth round, I think he would have figured Pacquiao out and made it a Floyd Mayweather fight, which is tight defense and counter shots and pot shots. I thought Pacquiao lost to Marquez last time. So,
Interesting. It is, because
and don't get me wrong. Believe me, I want Pacquiao to win.
Right.
I'd love to see him knock Floyd out. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I saw a picture of Floyd in the ring with Justin Bieber wearing the belts, and I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I know. Ugh. And God damn it, man, I'm getting yelled at because it's time for my next interview. So, dude, hit me with something good.
All right, I'm going to hit you with something good right now. Tell me the story of the song Walk, and I'll tell you why. Because when my buddy Greg, he was one of the dudes who listened to Vulgar Display back in the day, for his wedding, he had me edit together the guitar riff from Walk so him and his wife could walk out to that at their wedding. And, dude, it was the most awesomely metal thing of all time. So tell me, give me like the 2-second biography of the song Walk, and then we'll just wrap it up.
Okay. Walk, I wrote about, look, man, when you go on tour, let me start it like this. When you are the big fish in the small pond, which would be the Dallas-Fort Worth scene that we had taken over, we were pulling between 600 and 800 kids per show at clubs before we were signed. And then, eventually Pantera got signed. We did the Cowboys from Hell tour, and I came home. And sure enough, some of my good buddies who used to hang out, go to every show, come over to my apartment, drink beer, hang out, all of a sudden had this, not all of them, but just a few and good, a handful of them, they all had this crazy-ass idea that I came home and I was this different guy because we had reached a certain level of success. We weren't even that big of a band yet, but they got it in their heads that, oh, Phil's a rock star now, man. He's changed. He's different. He's this, that, and the other. It's like, no. I have not changed a f***ing inch, dick. You bunch of dicks. I have not changed at all. This is all in your f***ing head. So you look here. You can pack up that f***ing attitude and step gently through the night, motherfucker. That's what I say. Just take a walk. That's basically what that song's about. And sure enough, a lot of these guys these days, we're great friends again, and they admit to me, man, I was wrong. I was just going along with the status quo. And the status quo is jealous and envious and whatnot. And that's where all that comes from, man. They didn't, man, I was the same dude when I came home. All I wanted to do is puff one, listen to some old thrash metal tapes, and have a sip, for God's sakes.
Nice. Well, Phil, I could keep you on the phone all day long, but I understand you've got another interview to do. Thank you so much for taking time out, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, brother. Right back at you. And like I say, it goes both ways, big brother.
Thanks, man. Have a good day.
Right back at you.
Bye, bro.
Later.